Hey, what's going on, everybody? Uh, it's been a while since I did a video here, and I've had some requests on doing another one. Done a few things to my truck here since the last video, and I thought I would just do a quick walk around here. I've never shown the outside of my truck except on Facebook if you want to stalk me on there, but this is a 2013 2500 Bighorn edition. It is Copperhead Pearl. I have Morimoto headlights that I just put in it a couple months ago. I've been very pleased with the light output. Fog lights, they're okay, they light up. I can't say too much more about them than that. Running 22 by 12 American Force spades and 33 1250 Nitto Ridge grapplers. Have the truck tinted with 5% tin all the way around, tonneau cover. I put amp steps, research steps on it last year. They're the ones you open the door and the drop down. Let's see. All the emissions is off of it. CTT tuning. It was HPP, now it's CTT. Pretty much the same guys doing the tuning, just changed their company and moved to Canada. Still have the Revmax 700. I'll talk more about that a little bit here later. 4-inch exhaust, turbo back. I do have the entire truck ceramic coated, everything except the wheels. It's a C-Quartz Professionals ceramic coat. It's supposed to last 4 years. So it really makes it shine and you don't need to wax it. I thought I'd show you under the hood too while we're at it. Nothing too special, pretty much just stock. That's my controller for the amp steps. Running a GNR, or GNR valve cover. I just have the standard brushed cover. You can get them polished or painted, whatever you like. S&B intake. Other than that, it's pretty much a stock motor. Yeah, so as soon as this thing's done warming up here, I'll take it out on the road and talk a little bit more about what's changed since the last video. Alright, been driving around here for a little bit now. Truck's just about warmed up here. So since my last video, people have been asking me how the transmission, the Revmax 700, has been holding up. So a little bit of a story there. A buddy of mine got married, I guess last year, the year before, I'm trying to remember, but was leaving his place, or his wedding venue, kind of sideways, you know, showing off, and transmission was going through the gears with the tires blowing off of it, and it went to hit 5th gear and kind of walked right past it. So long story short, we pulled the pan down and found that the valve body had split, the accumulator plate, which is the biggest known failure for these 68 RFE transmissions. So I sent it down to Revmax. I had kept driving it, so I smoked all the clutches, the overdrive clutches, 5th and 6th. So $1,000 is all I paid for a full refresh through Revmax. They put new clutches, new steels, new seals in it and everything. Sent it back to me. While the truck was down, I had it at a buddy's shop where we did the transmission, and I went ahead and went from 342 gears down to 411s. So I figured that might help in helping the transmission last a little bit longer. Had some Amish people I had to go around here. But yeah, so the entire setup here sits around, it's around 14,000 miles, I believe I've have on this refresh transmission now. So far so good. I'm still beating on it like I was before. Not doing quite as much towing. I have a 6.7 Power Stroke I'm using now for work. So this is going to be a little bit more of a toy going forward. I'd like to get it up to about 700 horsepower or so, do some nozzles and a turbo second gen swap with a fleece exhaust brake now that they finally come out with that. So yeah, the truck has 153,000 miles on it now. Yeah, it's been strong running so far. So I'll get out here a little bit somewhere and do another wide open throttle run for you guys. You can see the difference maybe between the 411s and the 342s. Maybe try to get some shifting videos of it shifting here too. Alright, so I'm sitting here at a stop sign. We'll pull out here. Transmission shifts pretty much identical to the way it did before. I'd say about 99% the same. Locks up in third gear. It's in fourth gear now. There's fifth. It's about 10 mile an hour difference with the 411s as opposed to the 342s. So at 70 mile an hour with 342s, I was at 1500 RPMs. With the 411s here, I'm about 1900 RPMs at 70. But it just puts it right in the torque curve for when you hit a hill and you got 10-15,000 pounds behind you. So it's definitely a lot nicer setup for towing. If you like to go fast, I mean 110 mile an hour is all she has. That's redlined at 3,000 RPMs. Fuel mileage, I would say about 2 mile a gallon drop on the interstate. Instead of 20, I'm now around 18. So definitely cuts you down a little bit, but the extra torque to the ground is definitely worth it in my opinion. So yeah, but 10 mile an hour difference. Basically it's in sixth gear by 50 mile an hour instead of 60. It's locking up in tow haul mode. It's locking up in second gear at like 15 to 20 mile an hour versus 25 to 30. So everything's just happening a whole lot sooner. But it just puts way more torque to the ground. Got to watch for buggies up here. I'm in Roxbury, Pennsylvania. There's a lot of Amish up here, but I'll get somewhere to do a wide open run. Alright, I'll try to do a wide open throttle run here. Traction control is turned off and it's in full auto mode to shift when it wants to. Just like before, I'm gonna go flat to the floor. It is in third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, locked up, sixth gear, 80. Actually didn't hit 6 till about 85, but spun really bad till about 50 mile an hour. The 411 gears definitely make one heck of a difference for pulling. I would say from 0 up to about 50 to 60 mile an hour. After that, it just starts to fall. But 0 to 60 mile an hour is where most of your driving is. So I appreciate everyone watching this video, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. I'll do some more videos as I get this truck built. Not too crazy, just mildly. Probably work with fire punk diesel some to get some of the parts and the build together with it, but we'll see how it comes together here. I'd like to see a solid 700 horsepower out of it. Right now it's somewhere, I'm gonna say 530-ish and 1,000 torque. I dynoed it twice. One time it did 490 and the next time it did 576. So I just kind of take the middle and say it's 530. But torque numbers was right around 1,000 both times. So, but thanks for watching.